Hey, what's going on YouTube? How y'all doing? Y'all, welcome back to the show. Please go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. And just want to say happy Sunday, you guys. And right now I'm going to talk about this deal, what everybody's been talking about all weekend, the debacle with JustPearlyThings, the interview she had with Nick Fuentes, and how it's causing like a rift in the black manosphere. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. You got people on one side of the fence. You got people on this side of the fence, right? You got people that disagree with Pearl from the minute she started her YouTube channel and started gaining followers, you know? And you got people who's been rocking with her since she started gaining followers, you know what I mean? So, the history of what I understand of JPT, JustPearlyThings, is that, she had a little following on TikTok. She used to do videos to where she talked about rap music and stuff like that. And then she merged on into relationships and dating, right? She collabed with some people. She got some insight from Kevin Samuels. She, I think, got some tips from other people in the manosphere. I think the lead attorney, she talked to him, and she's been talking to Anton Daniels along with Amir Ali, Obsidian Ali, right? So, over the years, like in the past year, basically, she's grown from like 20 or 30,000 subs to over 1 million. And again, it's because she has put in the work, trust, you know what I mean? It's not easy to do that. But a lot of people are mad because I guess because she started gaining the following when she started talking about relationships, right? And to be honest, the relationship, the dynamic of these relationships, they're in the black community and the white community as well. I said it before in one of my videos that, this happens, black and on the black side and the white side. You have, the modern woman, the thought culture, all that, is both on black and white side. Like I said, all you gotta do is look at Fresh and Fit. All the women they have on their podcast, right? Different races, young, some middle aged, but they all have that mentality, that feminist mentality. You know what I'm saying? So it's on both sides, right? So the talking points that she's using, they talk about it on the white side as well as the black side, right? But the fact that JustPearlyThings has black guests on her show, if you look at some of her thumbnails, her thumbnails will say, black women, black women this, black women that. So yeah, some of her stuff are geared towards black women, right? But like I said, and I said before, I mean, if you don't like what she's doing, I say just don't subscribe to her. I mean, that's all that I can say. I mean, if you don't like her, don't subscribe to her. There's money it's still money. It's not like she's taking money from any other content creator, right? Every content creator, in my view, the way I see it, has an opportunity to make money on YouTube. If your channel's not doing that well, you just got to do what you got to do to get it up, right? I mean, and if you don't like her, talking about black issues and black dating, don't listen to her. I mean, can't nobody, who's there to actually stop her from doing it? It's my thing. You can't really police nobody on YouTube. The only people that can police you on YouTube is YouTube. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is the only one that can look at your content and say, okay, now strike, pull it down, whatever, right? So if you don't like her talking about, black dating, black women and dating and stuff like that, I mean, just don't listen to her. That's my take on it. You ain't gotta listen to her. Just don't listen to her, right? People go talk, they go, I mean, when you talk about had these talking points, like I said, she probably could have not used, black women in her thumbnails or whatever. But like I said, she has people that goes out and recruits, people to talk to interview. If Pearl don't want them, she could have said, hey, I don't want to talk to these people. You know what I mean? So, and the fact that Pearl employs a lot of black people, so you can safely say that the people that are doing the recruiting are the black people that she's hiring. So they're going out and recruiting these black people. Now, from what I understand, they recruit a mixture of people, right? A lot of people decline the interview. Or some people, like some white people, might schedule an interview and they might not show up. So they got to have people on reserve, right? A lot of black people they contact for these interviews, and these black people don't show up, right? So you got to have a backup of people to interview. And I get it. That's part of the deal, right? That's part of doing business. You can't rely if you got 5 interviews scheduled for a certain day and only 2 show up. You got to have probably about another 5 or 6 more on standby to cover that if you want to interview 5 people that day. You know what I mean? So it's a business move, a lot of times. So, but yeah, like I said, a lot of people are in uproar because she's a white woman talking about black dating issues and stuff like that, even though white folks have the same problem. It's just that she does it with she have more black people, more black topics. And like I said, it could be because she has pretty much an all black crew. People that's working for her. There's a few white folks sprinkled in there, but for the most part, she has, it's all black. And like I said, a lot of black people could be the ones that's contacting the people for her interviews. And like I said again, a lot of the people that she contact don't show up. They balk. So they need people to come in and, replace the ones that don't show up, right? All right, so enough of that. All right, let's go in. I'm gonna go into what I really came on here to talk about, right? Okay, so what I really came on here to talk about, of course, is about Just Pearly Things. I just gave a little backdrop of, of her and her deal and why a lot of people don't like her. You know what I'm saying? So today there's going to be an interview with Momia Obsidian Ali. He's going to be interviewing Just Pearly Things on her show that she did with Nick Fuentes, right? He's going to be interviewing her. So and try to get down to why she said what she said and all that good stuff. So it's going to be a lot of people, I guess, on that live. It's supposed to be today at 4 o'clock Eastern. You know what I mean? It's 4 o'clock Eastern, which, if you're on the East Coast, it's at 4. If you're Central, then it's at 3. If you're on the West Coast, it's going to be around 1. Right? So, but yeah, Just Pearly Things will be interviewed by Momia Obsidian Ali, and they're supposed to get down to the meat and potatoes of her talk with Nick Fuentes. All right, so I really don't know what's going to come of that interview. I know it's going to be something to look into and to see. It's going to be busy. It's going to be a lot. I mean, cause Obsidian did like an 8-hour live stream yesterday, which was Saturday. I didn't get a chance to look at it. I'm actually looking at it now. I just watched about 2.5 hours of it this morning, and I'm taking a break from it. So I got about another 6 hours, 5.5 hours to go. On that live stream he did about Just Pearly Things, where he said that he's going to do the whole show, right? He looked at the whole 3-hour live stream, right? He looked at the whole 3-hour video. So that's why his thing lasted 8 hours. Cause you know how Obsidian is. He's going to stop. He's going to talk about this. He's going to talk about that. So, but apparently he went through the whole 3-hour video that Just Pearly Things did with Nick. So we're gonna see how this goes, man. Like I said, I'm 2.5 hours into that video, and it's already, you know, I think they're up to the part where JPT was talking about I think the part where she was saying like how black people are lazy or something. I think they're at that part where there's some African Americans work more than certain African Americans, stuff like that, and where she was talking about blessings, you know, being late, and Nick was saying, well, it's because he's black and all that. I think they're at that part right now. So I'm taking a break right now to talk to you guys before I go back into it. But yeah, Obsidian is going to do a live stream this afternoon, like I said, 4 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, that's going to be something. That's going to be wild. I guarantee you that's going to be a wild interview. But I'm looking forward to listening to that. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So I don't know why, you know, Just Pearly Things had Nick on her panel, on her show, being that he is a racist. You know what I mean? He is a white supremacist. You know, y'all can look at his WikiLeaks, his bio, and see everything that he's been involved in. But what I'm thinking is, I also saw on a video that Courtney Michelle did, and I got wind of it through Messy Michonne. Messy Michonne did a video, and she talked about Courtney Michelle and how Courtney Michelle dug up some information that Just Pearly Things could be moving, allegedly. I don't know if it's true or not, but allegedly, Just Pearly Things is looking to move to either Miami or Nashville, right? Now, Nick Fuentes was also involved with, what's his name? Shapiro. I think his name Ben Shapiro or somebody like that. They was talking about it on Obsidian's show. Actually, they talked about it on the thing that Just Pearly Things did with Nick. But I think his name is Ben Shapiro. So he has ties with Nick Fuentes. Also, I think from what Courtney Michelle was saying is that she found out that Just Pearly Things is also trying to hook up with Ben Shapiro, which runs some type of network, some type of media network, right? So, and a lot of people are saying that Just Pearly Things could be pivoting, right? She might be getting away from the Manosphere talking points, going into a different direction. So if that's true, that's probably why she had Nick on her show, because of his relationship with Ben Shapiro. And like I said, Just Pearly Things is supposed to be allegedly moving to Nashville or Miami. But in Nashville, I think Shapiro has his headquarters or his media, whatever, set up in Nashville. You know what I mean? So I got to look a little bit more into that. So that's what I'm saying. Allegedly, that's supposed to be happening, according to what Courtney Michelle pulled up, right? The info that she got. I don't know how she got it, but it makes sense. Because after seeing this interview, Nick Fuentes is connected to Ben Shapiro. And now JPT is talking about, you know, doing something with Ben Shapiro. You know what I mean? I think she tweeted. I think Just Pearly Things did a tweet about it. I think that's how Courtney Michelle found out, because she follows her on Twitter, right? Could be. You know what I mean? Everybody has to have I guess you want to say an exit strategy or you know, a pivot move, right? I think Just Pearly Things, or JPT, I'm gonna start calling it JPT. I'm tired of saying Just Pearly, but I think JPT has exhausted her talking points, right, in the Black Manosphere about relationships. So I think that has been exhausted, and if so, like I said, this is allegedly. I really don't know. I'm just throwing out what's being said, but like I said, this is not factual, not yet. So that's why, like I said, I'm just saying, allegedly speaking, she could be moving, she could be pivoting to do something different. She could be moving, she could be getting with, you know, collaborating with this Shapiro dude. to do something more in media, because if you look at her platform, how it's set up, it's going in that direction anyway. You know what I'm saying? Which would be a big move for her. It'll be more money, definitely. More views, more looks, more, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and everything that goes down, I mean, we know in these spaces, YouTube, I mean, a lot of the content it's all about money, man. It's a money grab, right? People get on here on these panels, they do this, they say that, and a lot of the content is geared towards making money, you know. So whether a lot of people believe that JPT is a grifter, she's fake, she's just doing it for I mean, yeah, she's doing it for money, of course. Like I said, now her intentions, I don't know. Like I said, as far as she's just, you know, placating or whatever, I mean, some people taking this, I think a lot of people are taking this like to heart. You know what I'm saying? Even though YouTube is a money machine, it's about money, it's about entertainment. You can learn some things on YouTube, true that. A lot of people that I've come across and seen have a lot of knowledge, they have a lot of expertise. You can learn things. It is for entertainment also, but you can learn things as well, right? You just got to know who to look at, right? Who to trust. You know, a lot of times people on YouTube have these courses and all that, which are, you know, a lot of it might be a little bit outlandish in the fees, you know, to say that if you're getting anything out of it, some of these courses might be worth what you're paying, some might not be. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? There are a lot of courses out there. A lot of YouTubers have these courses. Some might be good, some might be bad, some might be worth the money, some might be not, you know what I'm saying? So as far as what people think about JPT, you know, like I said, to me, this is entertainment. You know, this is just something a lot of people are just on here doing just to do. Some people do make a good living out of it. Some people have been able to quit their jobs and make YouTube a full-time gig. And it can be, it can be a business. You know, I don't take nothing from that. YouTube can be a big business, right? It just depends on how you want to use it. So, you know, like I said, if you're mad, if you don't like Just Pearly or JPT, you know, some people don't like her because she's white. Some people don't like her because she's over here talking about black issues and blah, blah, blah. Some people just don't like her because her channel blew up. You know, like I said, there are people on different sides of the fence on this, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, with me, I'm just neutral. It don't bother me one way or the other, you know what I'm saying? But what does bother me is like, when you have somebody on your channel who's a racist, a known white supremacist and all that, and certain things that he say that if you are not with that, that's something that should be made known, right? So if he's on there and if he's like, cause he's gonna throw digs at certain people, right? If he throw a dig at a black person in which you employ black people, you date black people, you have black people as friends, you let him throw a dig at the black community or at black people and you don't like combat it or stand up for it, you just giggle it off and you kind of join in with it. That was my take on it. My take was that when he talked about, you know, um, you know, black people being lazy or black people always late for work, you know, how we say CP time, you know what I'm saying? So, and we make fun of that, you know, cause, you know, it's just what we do, right? But when somebody that's a racist comes on and says and talks about it, and you just giggle and laugh and go along with it, it's not a good look. You know what I mean? To me, it's not a good look. So in watching that, you know, like I said, to me, that's something that I didn't like. You know, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna hire black people, have an all black cast, pretty much all black crew. But let somebody like Nick Fuentes come in there and pretty much downgrade or insult black folks and you don't say anything about it. Yeah, when that happens, that's, you kind of get the side eye. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of a side eye. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, not all, not all white folks are bad, but, and I'm not saying all white folks are good, but what I'm saying is, because I have white friends, right? But there's a distance, because that's the way I was brought up. You got to keep a distance. You can be friends with them, but there's still a distance that you got to keep. You know what I'm saying? That you got to, you know, because a lot of people, you know, jumped on the JPT train, and I think a lot of people are hurt because they were all in with her. You know what I'm saying? Because she was talking about black issues and, you know, talking about, you know, what we go through in the black community, which I don't know how she, like I said, but anyway, I think a lot of people, black people that was rocking with her might be hurt now because they felt like they were played. But the thing is, just because you're cool with somebody that's white and they are employing a lot of black people and doing this and that, still, sometimes you just gotta keep them at arm's length. You know what I'm saying? What's that song? Bag back, give me 50 feet. You know what I'm saying? They can't be all up on you. Sometimes you gotta, you know, you gotta keep them at arm's length. You gotta give them that side eye. Even though they're doing good things, they might be helping you out. They might have done more for you than any black person that has ever done for you. But in the end, when push comes to shove, you know, it's kind of like, will they really be there for you when you need them to be? Will they? I mean, you can say that about some black people. Will they? You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways. I mean, sometimes you just gotta, you know, sometimes you just can't go all in. You just gotta kind of, you know, keep them at arm's distance. You know what I mean? You can't be all up on them. You can't let them in like that. It's good to do business with them. They might have your back business wise, but then in the end, like I said, when push comes to shove, when the shit hits the fan, as they say, will they really be there for you like you think they will? And a lot of people, I think, are upset and they got kind of embarrassed that they went all in with JPT, and it's starting to look like that she might not be who they thought she was. You know, could be. I don't know, but I'm just saying from what it looks like. This is my perception of it. Now, I could be wrong, but like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't subscribe to her, so I'm not one of the people that was running behind saying, oh yeah, she's doing this, she's doing that. I support her 100%. No, I've never been on that train. You know, I've never been on the train to talk negatively about her or to talk negative about anybody. Really, she hadn't shown me anything either way, to be on her side or to not to be on her side. You know, if I catch a video of hers, I catch it. You know, depending on, like I said, I caught the Andrew Tate, Brittany Renner. I saw the one she did with her fees. I caught some of this latest one with Melanie King and MTR. You know, I think she did something with Anton Daniels and TLA, right? And she's been on, I think she's been on something with Obsidian. I think he's talked to her before too. So, but you know, for whatever reason people like her or dislike her, I mean, you know, hey, you made your bed, now you gotta sleep in it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I might get back on here and talk about this a little bit more, but you know, I'm about to run into this store real quick. But yeah, man, the biggest thing, like I said, and like I said, this might become a little bit more clear when she does the interview with Obsidian later on today. You know, my thing is when Nick Fuentes was talking about black people, saying, you know, talking about the work ethics and some of the, you know, like I said, the work ethics and, you know, but like I said, we all know black people, you know, we are not lazy. So, I mean, for that to even come out of somebody's mouth, man, when they talk about black people being lazy, you know, we built communities, man. We built cities. Yeah, we built this United States. You know, so black people are not lazy. For that to come out of anybody's mouth, and then for you to sit up and allow him to say about, you know, the CPT time, you know, black folks being late all the time, this and this. Oh, he's late. Oh yeah, is he late cause he's black? And you just giggle along with that, and then for you to, like I said, when she said my African, it might have, she might have thought that was funny, but when you got a white supremacist there and you talk like that, you can't do that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? To me, that was uncalled for. She that's something she probably shouldn't have said. You know, but it's her show. It's her consequences. Now, what I want to say also is that I don't know if anybody's talked about it. I don't know if anybody's heard anything, but what has, like, the black people that work for Pearl, you know, Blessings and Auntie Jenny and the other people that work with Pearl and work for Pearl, right? What did they have to say? I mean, I don't subscribe to any of them, so I don't know if they've said anything or had any response. But I haven't heard anybody talking about them. You know what I'm saying? What do they think about it? What do the people that she worked with and the people that are on her panels, you know what I'm saying? What do those people think about what Pearl said in that interview? That's what I want to know. I want to know what the black people that Pearl works with, that she's employed, what do they have to say about it? What do they think? Are they still going to rock with Pearl? Something to ask yourself. What are her employees going to do? What are they saying? You know, were they offended? Right? But you guys, if you get a chance, check out the interview today. Like I said, it's Mamiya of Obsidian Ali. It's going to be on at 4:00 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're on the East Coast, it's at 4. It's Central, it's at 3. If you're on the West Coast, it'll be at 1. Okay? All right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Drop some comments down below, man. Tell me what you thought about this video. Tell me what you think about the whole JPT debacle. You know what I'm saying? If you used to rock with her, if you never rock with her, or if you just neutral and don't care one way or the other. You know what I mean? Like I say, this is YouTube, it's entertainment. But, you know, just tell me what you think about it, man. All right? You guys, please go ahead and like, subscribe, share. And like I said, please drop some comments down below. And I'll holler at you guys in the next one. All right, y'all, please be good to yourself. By all means, let's be good to each other. All right, peace out.